When it comes to tennis, in both singles and in doubles, finishing the point at the net is one of the most effective ways to win a point. Yet how often do you come into net in your average match? How often do you let short balls pass you by? And how often do you work on improving your net game? To win a tennis match is very simple. You need to win 48 points, 24 points per set, and 48 in total. Of course, in close matches, you'll need to win more points, but on paper, we need to win just 48 points to win the match. Almost 60% of these points will be won and lost during the first 4 shots. This means your serve +1 or your return +1. Around 25% of points will be won or lost during shots 5 to 8. So in your average tennis match, 85% of points will be won or lost in less than 8 shots. Only 4 shots per player. And here is where it gets very interesting. You will win less than half the points you play if you stay on the baseline at just 46%. However, you'll win 2 out of 3 points when you come into net at around 66%. So if 85% of all tennis points are over within the first 8 shots and we win 66% of net points, doesn't it make sense to get to the net as often as possible to improve our chances of winning more matches? On both the ATP and WTA tours, the player who wins around 55% of points wins that match. That means that the average match winner still loses around 45% of the points. Anything that will give you an edge, even if it's just a few points here or there, will help you win more matches. And that's exactly why we have created the Volley Blueprint course. This course is your personal blueprint to improving all areas of your net game. A few weeks ago we asked players just like you what was stopping them from coming to the net more often, in both singles and in doubles. The number one reason players were afraid to come into net was a lack of confidence in their volley skills. Having coached thousands of students over the past 15 years, I've seen it all when it comes to volley technique. There are quite a few key fundamentals that many club players are doing wrong that cost them big time at the net, and in the next few videos we'll cover a few of those in depth. In this lesson we'll look at the grip and your ready position when at the net. One of the most common errors that club players make when it comes to volleying is that they try to change grips between the forehand and the backhand volley. Most of the time this means they hit the forehand volley with an Eastern or even a semi-Western forehand grip, and then they try to change around to a continental or Eastern backhand grip for their backhand volley. This works if they have time, maybe on a floating ball or when they're playing weaker opponents. However, as they progress and start playing stronger opponents, this grip change costs them point after point. You simply don't have time for a major grip change at the net. Think about it in terms of the distance the ball travels. When we're behind the baseline and the opponent hits from the opposite baseline, the ball has around 80 feet to travel until it reaches us. On average, at club level, this equates to around 2 seconds. When we're at the net, we cut the distance in half to just over 40 feet. This means we now have around 1 second to hit the volley. And as you improve, your opponents will get stronger and stronger and will hit the ball harder, reducing that time even further. A pro player might have only 0.8 seconds to react at the net. So the first fundamental at the net is to use the same grip for every shot that you may hit. This is the continental grip, the same one that we use to serve with. With this grip, we can hit both a forehand and backhand half volley, a medium height volley on either side, a high forehand or a high backhand volley, the normal overhead smash, and also the backhand smash. This ensures that we don't rush to change grips between a forehand or a backhand volley and actually creates time for us when we're at the net. Here is Roger Federer using the continental grip on both his forehand and the backhand volley. And here is Grigor Dimitrov using that continental grip on his forehand and backhand volley. There simply wouldn't be time for a grip change in this scenario. In this video, Alex is training with Dominic Inglot, one of the very best doubles players in the world. Now notice the pace they're hitting at. Alex is hitting very hard at Dom on purpose so that Dom can work on his reactions up at the net. Now imagine Dom trying to change grips here. It would be impossible. So now that we have the correct grip, the next step is to have a good ready position up at net. When we're at the net, we don't know if it's coming to our forehand, our backhand, or coming as a lob. So it's important that we have a good ready position, and we'll cover this in depth in video lesson number 2. So look out for that video, which will be released in the next couple of days, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Signing off, Simon from TTT, all the best and see you soon.